I lifted my glass, the crystal catching the dim glow of the chandelier above. The room hummed with laughter, the kind that lingers just before the fall. They were all here smiling, drinking, completely unaware. Especially her. I looked at her across the table, her hand resting on his arm, her lips curling into that perfect, practiced smile. If I focused, I could almost hear her voice in my head. It was nothing. It didn't mean anything. You're overreacting. Lies. I had heard them all before. And yet, they thought tonight was a celebration. I smiled back, slow and deliberate. A toast, I said, tapping my fork against my glass. The conversations quieted. I felt their eyes on me. Good. Tonight is special, I continued, my voice calm, steady. A night of truth. A night of revelations. I turned to him, her boyfriend, the one she forgot to mention when she was in my bed. The one she told me she loved, even as she whispered promises to me in the dark. He watched me, curiosity flickering behind his drink. I raised my phone, tapping the screen. Check your phones. A second passed. Then another. The first buzz came. Then another. And another. Laughter faded. Glasses lowered. Confused frowns spread across their faces like ink in water. Her boyfriend's jaw tensed as he scrolled through the messages, the photos, the undeniable proof. His face darkened. His fingers curled around his phone like he wanted to crush it. You. His voice was low, shaking with disbelief. He turned to her. You lied to me. She went pale. He didn't let her finish. And just like that, the night belonged to me. She had always been the kind of person who knew how to make you feel special. The way she looked at you, like you were the only one in the world. The way she touched your arm when she laughed, her voice wrapping around you like silk. She was magnetic, intoxicating. And I had fallen for it, just like everyone else. We had been close best friends, or so I thought. Late nights, whispered secrets, stolen glances. And then, one night, something more. A kiss. A promise. A lie. She told me it was real. That we were real. That she loved me. I should have known better. I ignored the signs, the way she pulled away when her phone buzzed, the way she disappeared when he was around. I convinced myself she was scared, that she needed time. That I was different. I was a fool. The truth came in the worst way. A text. A single, cruel sentence from an unknown number. Ask her about the weekend. Ask her who she was with. I felt it before I even saw the pictures. A slow, sinking dread in my stomach. My fingers were ice as I opened the files. Horror. Him. Their bodies entwined in a way that left no room for doubt. I sat there for a long time, staring at the screen, the world narrowing to a sharp, cutting point. I could have screamed. I could have confronted her, thrown the phone in her face, demanded answers. But rage burns fast. Revenge? Revenge is slow. Calculated. Perfect. I took a deep breath. And I started planning. Step 1, gather proof. She was careless, overconfident. She thought she had me wrapped around her finger. I let her believe it. I let her think I was still in love with her, still desperate for her touch. And while she whispered sweet nothings, I was collecting everything. Screenshots. Photos. Videos. Dates and times, every betrayal meticulously catalogued. Step 2, set the stage. Her boyfriend was the key. He had no idea, and that made him my greatest weapon. I made sure to befriend him, to place myself in his world. A few casual conversations, a shared drink, an inside joke here and there. When the moment came, he wouldn't question me. Step 3, the final act. Her birthday dinner. A grand event filled with friends, laughter, and champagne. The perfect setting for the perfect reveal. I arrived early, watching the pieces fall into place. She kissed him, oblivious. He smiled, oblivious. They all laughed, oblivious. It was almost a shame to shatter it. Almost. The moment their smiles faded, I knew I had one. Her boyfriend's face was a storm, his hands trembling as he clenched his phone. Tell me this isn't real. She opened her mouth, but no words came. There was nothing to say. I had made sure of that. One by one, the others turned on her. Gasps, whispers, the rustling of fabric as people shifted away. The weight of judgment pressed down, suffocating. Wow, someone murmured. She lied to both of them? Another voice whispered. She looked at me then, her eyes wide, pleading. I held her gaze, my expression unreadable. You did this to yourself. Her voice cracked. Please, I can explain. Her boyfriend shoved his chair back, the legs scraping against the floor. We're done. Tears welled in her eyes. Baby, no, it's not what it looks like. He laughed a short, hollow sound. You expect me to believe him over you? I leaned forward, resting my elbows on the table. Actually, I said, my voice smooth, steady, merciless, you don't have to believe me. Just check the timestamps. He did. And that was the final nail in her coffin. She left in tears, mascara streaking down her face, her perfect world crumbling behind her. Her boyfriend? He walked out without looking back. The others? They whispered, avoided her calls, distanced themselves one by one. And me? I finished my drink, savoring the slow burn of victory. I stood, adjusted my jacket, and looked around the room one last time. Then, with a smirk that was almost kind, I turned to the shell of the girl who once thought she could play me. Happy birthday, I said. Then I walked away.